And you get in that ring and you win. Woo! I'll tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think.
What is up with all you filthy peasants and worthless jabronis out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's moi, that tall, chill glass of 1942 tequila that you know, ladies, you know you and your mamas be loving to sip on. What's up? Oh shit, what's up, bruh?
What's good?
Oh shit, I forgot you was even here. I thought it was like a selfie time, you know. You know what? Let's not go down that route. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you filthy peasants out there, that is right. You see it. Bruh, it is the working man. He is OSHA safe forklift certified, baby. Man. Woo, maybe in Joe Bürr.
Hey, what's good? What's good, y'all? I'm glad to be here at the Palace with the Prince here. Thank you for inviting the surf in to, you know, help set up with the chairs and everything. You know, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you giving me work, bro.
Oh,
you know,
I like
man,
it. Thank you. Yeah, I just had to, get my. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Wait, is that coming in? Oh, no, it's not. Why did I think it was Juicy Finale coming into my house?
Oh, man.
I was talking about her, not you.
Ugh. Bad taste.
Well, what y'all fucking now?
Huh?
I don't know. Hey, can you guys get ghosts for 20 minutes? Thanks.
Stay lovely.
Hey, this is all can do. This is all right. Tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't cutting this out. Fuck that. You think we cutting this out? Ah, shit. See, he just dropped the joint. All right. By the way, that was Loverboy Leo. That is right, Loverboy Leo. Make sure you check him out. He is the new announcer for East Bay. Hey, did I sound douchey enough for you, monkey? All right, anyways, distraction over. Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. I have here in the Palace, finally. We've been teasing it for a minute, baby. No lie. I know a lot of y'all, a select few definitely have been demanding this, and it's here. Joe Bürr, bruh, welcome to the Palace. How you doing?
Bro, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm really glad to be here on the Palace. Yeah, you say people are demanding this. Now, I don't.
Am I lying?
Am I
lying?
I got
There's a couple bald bitches out there that won't say that I'm lying.
You know what? I'm gonna go with what you say, man. So yeah, I'm really stoked to be here, man. it trips me up a little bit, bro. This
is that because you're a little high before you clocked in today?
Yeah, it makes clocking in a lot easier, so I will let you know that Bürr is not operating OSHA safe right now. And during this interview, I am a little toasty right now, a little elevated, so there will be smoke breaks in between, there will be cursing, there will be some trigger warnings and some stories. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole of my life. It's pretty crazy when you put it on paper and look back at it, but good, bad, I'm proud of it because it landed me where I am now as a professional wrestler, and that's the end game right there.
Damn. Okay, so usually I put a disclaimer on this bitch. I'd be like, the Prince, I'm extremely vulgar. Loverboy, don't I always put a thing on that saying that I'm extremely vulgar?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm about to fire you soon, right?
Fire me?
Whatever, get away. So, back to what I was saying. Bruh, I usually put a disclaimer on this motherfucker. But, damn, okay. We're going to hit the ground running. I like it. So, the Prince and Joe Bürr.
Prince and Joe Bürr, the working man in the higher class, brother.
Damn. All right. So, bruh, you wrestle at East Bay, and you're trained by Rick Luxury. Yeah. You're originally from Southern California.
Yep, I'm from Southern California. I'm from San Bernardino, California. That is, it's an hour inland away from Los Angeles. About 30, 40 minutes from the mountains. I was born in Pomona, which is not too far out from that area, but born and raised SoCal for most majority of my life.
All right. How long ago did you move up to NorCal, to the Bay?
As of right now, it would be 3 years now. So about 3. I've been up here, 3 years. So it's been a journey up here in the Bay. I actually really love it here more than I do in SoCal.
Whoa! Time out. Hold on. Flag on the play. Hold up. Beep. I want you to say that again, but I want you to look dead ass into the camera. Lover boy, come here. Come here, bro. I swear to God, yours is probably gonna pop the hardest. Come here. Come out. Sit. Like, get in between my legs. I mean, like, just get in the frame.
Right here?
Okay, shut up. Get in frame. Okay, say that again. Hold on, he's about to say something. I want to see your reaction. Say it again. Slow. Look into the camera and make sure you take off your glasses for effect.
That I love living in Northern California versus Southern California. I love being up here more than I do in SoCal, and that's just because I found a better version of myself up here. I grew into somebody different up here. This was a much bigger pot for me to spread my roots out, so I gotta show love, but I love SoCal. Santa Monica is where my heart is at, bro. Venice, inland, Los Angeles, everywhere, bro. Like, I enjoyed it there too, and I had some adventures there DJing, which we'll touch base on, man. That was really fun. But yeah,
Monkey, get out of here.
SoCal, bro. NorCal over SoCal. I'm gonna just say it, bro.
I'm just Bay Area, baby.
I transplanted and I love it.
All right, man. I like that. Well, not really. Everybody loves the fucking Bay, bro. I admit it. It's the Bay. It's the Bay. Like, don't stop. I didn't want to interrupt your little flow. You was giving flow, but say it's the Yay area.
Untapped wild electric energy that you cannot find, you cannot import or export anywhere else. You can only find it here, and I fucking love it.
What?
I fucking love it,
bruh. See, that's what I'm talking about. He ain't talking about other towns or supposed big cities. Anyways, bro. Okay, so you move up here and you start training with wrestling personified, the big bad boy, right? Rick Luxury. So tell me, how do you get into wrestling, bro? Like what spawned that up? And yeah. And yes, I am pretty hot.
So my love of wrestling stems back to when I was a kid, man. My dad, we would watch TV and we would watch a lot of Lucha Libre, and when La Parca would be on, I would always be like, hell yeah, man, got the skull suit on. Like, as a kid, I was like, yo, man, he's so cool. Look at him flip and fly. And it always brought the family together, bro. It was always around the dinner table. We were always together, WCW. You got the Ruthless Aggression. You had, like, all the eras on during that time. Like, we really enjoyed it as a family. It was the glue that kept us together, and I'm grateful for it. Like, we loved it. It was our soap opera. We got together, all the fellas. My brother put the video games down. I'd come in.
You got your brother to put the video games down, bruh. Teach me,
bro. Wrestling got my brother to put the video games down for about an hour or so he can join us, so we can all be together and watch these battles go down of, legends and giants and these stories unfold, bro. And it was one of those things that it was so magical as a kid, and it's still very magical to this day. I love it, man. Like, it really starts there as a kid, and then kind of comes back in bits and pieces later in my life as it kind of flow in and out. By the time I was like in middle school, I stopped watching. I was like, worried about other things. And then eventually in high school, I started dating a girl, and we babysit her nephew, and he liked wrestling, and he liked AJ Styles, and it came back into my life a little bit there, and we'd watch Monday Night Raw together, and it would be really fun, man. And in different ways, it was always there. It's always that comfort food. It's always that comfort show that was there. You could tune out for a couple months and come back in.
Why do you guys say comfort food?
My comfort.
No. Why you gotta say, like, you calling me fat?
I ain't calling
Are you saying that I'm overweight? What?
I ain't calling you small. Shit. What size is that shirt?
Shit, man. Fuck the shirt. Don't worry. How do you know the ladies don't call me small?
How many X's on there?
All right, continue with your fucking story.
Yeah. Yeah, man. wrestling and stuff fell out of my life, bro. When I was in high school, man, I was doing dumb shit. You know, I was trying to find myself, and you know, at the time, like I was just really bad. Like I was just a violent child, you know, and more like temper tantrums and uncontrolled behavior, and you know, I was always getting into trouble in middle school, and eventually I found myself you know, experimenting with drugs by the time I was a sophomore, and like drinking, you know, around that time. You know, and that really sucked me into a void that would last, you know, about 10-11 years after. It's like we still, you know, we'll get into it right now, but you know, sorry, I'm stoned, and I'm trying to like formulate the story so we could go into it linearly. But by the time I was a junior, I was already heavy drinking. I was bringing whiskey every day to school. I almost got kicked out for being drunk in school. I got caught. You know, I was smoking weed and experimenting with different things, and I really found a lot of love in the rave scene. I always loved electronic dance music, man. That was always my shit. And I started going to raves and started experimenting with ecstasy, and that was one of those things, man, where it was in a weird time where the old rave era and the new festival era kind of met, where I still have tickets, and on them they say like all responsible ages instead of like 18 plus, 21 plus. Like I was 13, 14 years old going to underground raves in Southern California, you know, running around tripping off of, you know, tripping off of drugs, man. And you know, you're probably like wondering like, well, where are the parents at? Well, that's the thing. It's like I'm the youngest of three, so I'm the golden child. So, you know, golden child can't do no wrong, and I abused it until I was about like 20, 21. Like, you know, going from that to, you know, just toxic relationships that led me to keep drinking and keep making bad decisions. I was losing people in my life, and you know, around the time of that relationship exploding is like my high school sweetheart. We were together since like, you know, my junior year. So it's like it all correlated with each other. You know, I got in trouble. With her brother, and you know, we were staring down the barrel of a felony sentence because we got drunk and we got into some trouble together. And we could, you know, I'm gonna throw the trigger warning now because it's like I'm just fast forwarding through some.
We're about to get into it.
Yeah, we're about to get
Here, man, grab the mic. It's all you, man.
We're about to get into it. So we're gonna talk about Bürr behind bars, and my experience with this is one of the biggest fuck ups of my life. It haunted me and ruined a lot of opportunities for me. You know, even years after. But here, let's get into it. So my parents came back from Mexico, and they brought a bottle of tequila, Blue Agave, and I'll never forget, it's called El Señor. And this tequila was sweet and smooth, brother. I'm telling you, man, like this felt like cocoa butter, man. This shit was amazing. So that's what's in my cup, right?
That good shit.
That good shit. That fresh over the border, still got the sticker on it. You know, it's got the import sticker.
Are we talking about tequila? Or are we talking about, you know,
We're talking tequila. Nah, that's not gonna come until later, bro. We're gonna get into that too, man. Yeah, you know, I used to like, you know, hit the slopes and stuff, but we're gonna work our way towards that because it's a long journey down the bottom of the barrel until I actually make my way back up. And you know, we'll start with Bürr behind bars. It was, you know, I got this nice tequila, man. It's really nice and it's smooth, and I'm sipping on it, and me and my girl we're butting heads, and you know, I'm like, whatever, you know, I don't give a fuck. You know, it's that cocky, young, dumb attitude of like, you know, just being disrespectful to people, even your partner. It's like, I didn't care. I was like, whatever, you know, so I'm gonna keep drinking. And then, you know, we're at a party. We go to a party at her brother's house, and mind you, this is in the hood, like, and we're talking the hood. And I'm not gonna mention any streets or anything. We're just gonna keep it. San Bernardino has the highest kill rate in California, and that's because it's consumed by so many counties. So keep that in mind next time you see San Bernardino on the list. Oakland's right behind it, usually yearly. So that's where we're coming from, bro. Like we're coming from the ghetto of Southern California, San Bernardino.
Speak on it.
And it's a bad neighborhood, man. Got the bent chain link fences, got the Rottweiler down the street that always barking at everybody. Got the empty vacant lots, burned torch cars, same shit you see out here in Oakland. It's the setting is very similar to that. And I'm drinking, and I'm wobbling, and I'm making my way out the front of the gate, the house. And I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I'm gonna take a step around. I'm gonna just I'm gonna make sure that people coming in and out of the party are cool. So I look around the street, make sure nobody's breaking into people's cars. Everybody's cool. It was a nice party, man. Until I seen somebody down the street, and I seen a group of people kind of huddled, and it looked like they were just beating the fuck out of somebody. So I just kind of like, all right, man, what the fuck? And I go back into the party. I tap on, we're gonna call him, I'm not even gonna mention any names. It's not,
Yeah,
We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it nameless. I go to my ex's brother, and ex is at the time she's my girl. So I go to my girl's brother, and I tap him on the shoulder. And mind you, this motherfucker's a banger. This dude has lived this life, man. And I don't know what it was, but I admired him like a big brother, and I wanted that to be a part of that, and I was looking for some kind of belonging. So my dumb ass was just like, yeah, man, hey, there's somebody like brawling outside in the street. So he fucking chugs his beer, he gets up, I'm behind him, we go out there. My lady is behind me, his lady's behind him. She's fucking hitting the whistle, calling her brother out from the inside the house. And we take a step outside, and we go out there, and we see like, hey, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? Hey, whatever homeboy's done on the floor, bro. Hey, kill that shit, because we're having a party, and it's going to attract the cops, whatever. If that's your beef, that's your beef. It was the neighbors. They were doing some shit out in the street, so they weren't actually affiliated with us. But one of them called my girl's brother a bitch, and he was just like, oh fuck no. And it's such a simple insult that he was just like, ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. And the hood in him sprang out, and he was like, all right. He starts swinging. Meanwhile, my girl, we're brawling now. Like we're in the street rumbling around. There's maybe about 5 of us, 6 of them. I'm encountered with one person, and I put my hands up, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not trying to fight you, man. Like, yo, chill the fuck out, And he fucking hits me in the face. I'm like, hey, man, I'm not trying to fight you. It almost seems like some scene out of like a comedy movie. Hey, man, don't hit me now, sir. No, it's like I was legit. I was like, hey, bro, I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to fight you. He hits me twice, hooks me, takes me to the ground. I'm still not trying to fight him, mind you. Like, I'm like, bro, like I really don't want to do this. It's already too late though, so we're already in it, and he's already hit me twice, and I'm still trying to be a pacifist. And at that point, one of his friends starts kicking me. He starts kicking me in the head, man. He's got boots on. And I said, fuck it at this point, man. I reached out in my back pocket, bro, and I grabbed my knife. Bro, I put that shit to his neck, and I told him, I was like, bro, you gonna fucking cut this shit out right now, bro. And he got a little nick in his neck. Afterwards, bro, I tried to roll away. He tried to grab me. Dude, I lunged my knife at him. And I slit him. And I didn't even know what had happened at that time.
Wait, what?
Yes. And mind you, this is a case that's already been closed and it's done. Like, that's why I could talk about it. This is something that's been expunged off my record. And we're going to get into the journey of like going through court and all this nonsense. But mind you, at this time, I'm pasty skinned. I'm big boy. I was just graduated high school. I was like maybe 19 at the time. I was real young, man. And I did this. I did this thing, bro. I assaulted somebody.
All right.
That's real. That's really what happened. And I'll find the police record. I'll see if we can find the paperwork, because
man, I take your word for it, bro. That's not something that people play around with. Let's be real.
Yeah, like,
if they do, they're fucking stupid. So
this is my life. Like, this happened to me, bro. And I spent time.
What went through your head when that was going down?
I just remember my hand being really hot, and then it was really dark. And I don't know what happened to the knife, but we just got up. One cop car showed up, hit their lights, hit the mic, said, everybody break the fuck up or I'm arresting all of you. There's only one cop. Everybody broke up. There's only 2 people laid out on the floor. Homeboy that I picked, and the other guy that was getting beat up originally. Mm-hmm. We all made our way back to the party, right? Meanwhile, everybody's like, we're trying to figure out what the fuck to do. My girl's taking me to the bathroom, washing my face off, washing the blood off. I look down at my brand new 501s, bro. My brand new Levi's, bro. Fresh from the fucking swap meet.
Bro, hold on. Time out. I gotta say this, man. You're cold-blooded. Just remember that detail out of all things. Like, my brand new.
Bruh.
I mean, I know that's not what you mean.
That comes into play in just a second, and I'll tell you why. The jeans are the blood on the jeans are what got me. Like, you know, I'm washing my face. I'm washing blood off my face. I'm washing blood off my hands. I'm freaking out. I can't control the volume of my voice. I'm telling my girl, the whole party can fucking hear me, bro. My adrenaline is running. I'm fucking scared. I'm terrified with the idea of what I just did. And we decide to get out. We decide we need to get out of here, right? But we're blocked in. We're blocked in by the DJ. He was parked behind my girl. We were parked in the driveway, so we can't get out. We're trying to figure out what the fuck to do. The other people from the other house down the street, down the way, come back to us and confront us at the front gate. We got problems because these dudes start trying to brawl it out with us. And they pointing fingers at me saying I did something. I was like, you ain't got shit on me. What the fuck? Like, you ain't got shit on me. Like, you can't prove nothing. Like, playing it off. I get my belt. I wrap it around my hand. I was like, all right, well, let's go. So, homeboy's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. Step through. Run it. Let's go. My adrenaline's already going. I don't give a fuck anymore. I can't really, like, I'm fight or flight. And it's fight now because we was trying to take a flight, but shit, motherfuckers got in the way. So, after that, 8, maybe 9 squad cars pull up, fucking lock the block down. There's fighting going on in the front yard. Somebody breaks the window to the DJ's car, and now we're all trying to fucking scatter. Cops are blocking the gate. They're like, ain't nobody from this party leaving. People are fucking chucking their drugs into the neighbors' yards. They're chucking their NOS tanks. They're trying to, like, everyone's trying to get the fuck out because, we're not trying to get caught up for nothing. We got blocked.
All that was going down?
All that was going down, bro. And this was in the span of like 20 minutes. Like, all of this was happening, Yeah. This was probably one of the hardest times in my life because I look back on this and it really, and again, I just reaffirm, man, it ruined a good chunk of my early life. This what happened here is something that I'm not proud of, and I had to go to therapy for it, and I'll talk a little bit about that for the court order therapy. Really, after the brawl broke out, they tried to blame me, and they couldn't find my girl's brother, right? He went inside, he swapped out some clothes. So, the cops are at the gate. We're trying to figure out the fuck to do. I'm in line. We're making a line, and they're checking our IDs, and they're sending us on our way. And they hit their flashlight on my jeans. My denim is covered in blood. And they're like, you, off to the side. They find my girl's brother, and they put the flashlight on his knuckles, bruised and bloody. They're like, you, off to the side. Afterwards, they let everybody go. They put our hands on the hot Crown Vic. They put our hands on that hood, bro. They make you hold it. They know that shit's been running all day, man. They know that shit's hot. They don't give a fuck. And they stand us in front of a cop car, bright ass light. They have 2 people in the back seat snitching on us. They're the 2 people. They're the 2 witnesses who fingered me for it. Who got me. They blamed it on us. I didn't talk to the cops. I was like, I want a lawyer.
Smart.
Lawyer. That's it. We didn't say anything. We got booked into county, and I spent about 3 months, roughly. And that was a trip of its own because I went through the meat grinder. I saw what it's like. 30-man cell, 3 bunks stacked. The fucking clothes are uncomfortable. I had to sleep. When I was sleeping, I was like on top of, there was like a fucking huge vent, cold vent blowing in my face. I hated it. I cried, bro. My girlfriend had to go to explain to my mom that the wild child went and fucked up.
Man, that hits close to home.
Bro, my mom cried. My dad cried. My dad at the edge of his bed crying said he did not know what to do. He's like, I don't have the money. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what, I was booked on assault with a deadly weapon with a felony GBI. A GBI is a greater bodily injury, and it's one step below attempted murder. Because it was above the waist, it was originally considered attempt because, that's where all the precious organs are. Eventually, they realized that I left a 13-inch gash from the guy's pec all the way to his lower back of his rib, and he was going to be fine. And he was going to need some stitches. The following months would be hell. My parents would not take my calls. I would cry. I was trying to figure out how to stay active. I was trying to figure out how to stay sane. I'd never been in this much trouble before. I was terrified. I'm 19 years old, man. I'm looking at 5 years with a gang enhancement that the DA was pushing for because I got booked with my ex's brother. Really, I was looking at 10 years realistically. And that was terrifying to me, that my life within the instant was gonna be over. And really, because I was checking in with somebody, but I should have just minded my business. But that's just that's not the type of person I am. I'll mind my business, but I ain't no superhero either. But I see somebody getting beat up, man. I'm like, hey, the fuck, like, hey, cut that shit out, whatever it is, But my lessons learned were tough, man. I eventually flipped some comic books enough to post bail. I had some pretty good books, man, that were worth something. And my parents fronted the money for a lawyer, and we got a good lawyer. And I gotta tell you about this lawyer real quick, because if you've ever seen Better Call Saul, this motherfucker was straight out of Better Call Saul. This dude had a ponytail on, he had a Looney Tunes tie. Motherfucker would show up to court in cowboy boots.
He was a slithery motherfucker.
Bro, I shit you not, I swear I thought he was gonna try sell me snake oil. Like, bro. But let me tell you something, man. He was a great lawyer, man. He jumped on the case. He looked at what we were, what I was staring down, and truthfully, because I got caught with someone who was more gang affiliated than me, it made it hard. Truthfully, in court, I was 19. I had no record prior. I graduated from high school. I had a job. The other guy, actually, and we'll get into this, because when the time came for the arraignment, and for them to testify and be like, he done it, his sister got on the booth and she was like, yep, that's him.
Oh God.
And my lawyer approached the judge, handed him a piece of paper. She had a bench warrant.
Oh!
She had a bench warrant.
Oh!
As she testified.
Oh!
She got booked.
Oh!
Bro, we were laughing. That was it. There was we were laughing so hard.
Oh my god!
Because that witness was not gonna hold up in court. That was not gonna hold up. That was not gonna hold up. My lawyers.
Hold on, bruh.
We need a laugh break for this so y'all can understand.
He wears the lei the rest of the fucking interview for this. Holy shit!
The biggest W.
That is Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant. That is like watching two of your favorite porn stars come to your door ready to fuck. Like, I mean, amazing wise, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bruh, what the fuck kind of legal ass back here?
I know it gets a little dark, it gets a little sad. I'm not asking for any sympathy. But we need a laugh, bro. We need a laughter out of that, which was one of the things that my lawyer was just like, dude, don't be nervous, man, I got you. And he pulled that card and we flipped. The whole fucking court flipped. And we were like, what? Like, we could not believe it. And I left happy that day. And it was a flurry of courtroom dates afterwards, over and over, going to court, pushing to try and, change my sentence, to try and work. My lawyer was working with the DA to try and, we're trying to settle to a deal. We didn't want to go to trial. That was realistically, like, I'm staring at 10 years, like minimum 5. Shit. Now I'm not ready for that. And,
that's in the state pen.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, and mind you, I was in county for 3 months, so I got credit 6 months. And the weirdest thing here, I'm gonna wrap up this court story. So it's like the weirdest thing happened, man. But San Bernardino was actually building a new justice center. They were building a new courthouse. So I was going to their older courthouse, and in the shuffle, my judge dropped my case and gave it to another judge somewhere else. He was a judge from Orange County that had done traffic all his life. He only done traffic court. So this was his first encounter with a serious offense. Yeah. He wanted it. He had seen how long we'd been pushing it back to try and come to an agreement and a deal. And the judge was like, "Hey man, this has been here too long. Let's wrap this up within 3 months." So we went to court every other week trying to figure out what would be the best applicable sentence for me. Yeah. And I got 5 years. I got 5 years felony probation, 2.5 with good behavior. I didn't have to wear an ankle monitor or anything like that. I had to do 1.5 years worth of community service, or it's an allotted amount of hours. So I worked weekends at an animal shelter. And I got really stoned and play with puppies all day, bro. Like, I had to clean their poop and stuff, and I had to, like, but like when we get cute puppies and kitties, bro, like, it was so adorable, man. And that's really
sweet cream on an ice cream sandwich. What in the blues of blue hell are you serious?
Yeah.
All that, man. You took us on a roller coaster and you ended up in Funland. Like Furry Funland?
Well, here's the thing, man. Furry Funland wasn't all that it was. It was actually a kill shelter.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
stop fucking with my emotions.
Well, I'm trying to keep it sweet. We gotta go back and forth.
Hey, no lie. Is this what anal sex is like for girls? I mean, like for girls. I mean, you know what? Never mind. Just keep going.
I think there's some people out there that can help you answer
keep
that.
Keep going.
All right. So that's where we landed. The judge, we wrapped it up. They gave me 6 months worth of credit because, it's county time, so they double it. And, I got lucky. By the skin of my fucking teeth. And this isn't the first story that's gonna be like this, where I make it by such a short amount. I ended up doing the community service. It was at a kill shelter. The time that I spent there, when it was cool, it was cool. When it sucked, it sucked. It was just, I worked 7 days a week constantly for like 4 months. 4 or 5, no, it was a year. Sorry, I'm a little lost. I'm still a little stony. It was for a year. I worked 7 days straight. Working a regular 9 to 5, I'm packing at different temp agencies, and temp agencies were the best way for me to get work, because not a lot of them are going to background check. Because who's background checking for back-breaking labor? Who?
White people.
Who? That irritated me so much when I would encounter a job that actually paid decent, and it was just backbreaking labor, throwing trailers all day, loading up trailers by hand. It sucked, but I managed to hold down a job for a while. That was a part of my probation. I had to check in with a PO, and I'm going to tell you a story about my PO, how they visited me, and then they never came back to see me again. So I'm working the shelter. I'm working the 9 to 5 because it's mandatory for me to do so. I check in with my parole officer, right? So I'm checking in. They have me take a piss test. They take my prints. They take a photo of me. The guy gives me his card. He says, if you get in trouble, we're going to be friends. So don't, because I don't want to be your friend. I looked at him. I was like, yes, sir. And then I was on my merry way. Now, if you're on felony probation, your parole officer has the right to visit you at home at any given fucking time, whenever they want. They knock on that door, you are obligated to open. You have no rights. My right to vote was taken away as a felon. I didn't get to vote for 4 years. It's gone. Like, I just, because it came around that time for the election, and then I was like, oh well, I can't. So I missed it.
Good for you for voting, by the way. A lot of you motherfuckers need to vote.
You gotta, man. You gotta.
Especially Latinos. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
I agree, man. So my PO came to visit my house. Now, my mom is a sweet, short, blonde-haired Mexican woman. I love my mama. I love my dad. They're the hardest working people I know. Aww. This parole officer knocks on my door. My mom greets them so sweet. Hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? Pásale, siéntate. Come in, sit down, have a seat. Come on here. She's so sweet. Parole officers in tack vests.
I was about to say.
And tasers on their chests. And there's like 2 or 3 of them. And they're looking around. And I'm sitting there in the living room with my nephew. And we're watching TV. They walk in, and it's a house very similar to the palace, I might say, since my parents' palace, so it's very lovely. And the parole officer talks to my mom in Spanish, and they're going back and forth, and they're like, just so you know, like, this is a protocol, this is something we have to do with violent felons, it's just something. And then she looks at my mom, she looks at me, she's like, honestly, we were expecting way worse. They walked into the house, and they were like, no, we were expecting like,
because you're brown-ish?
Well, ish, brownish, but mainly because of the charge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Light-skinned Latino.
No. Ooh, no. You look like a middle school lunch lady.
Oh, fuck.
But with bad credit from Detroit.
Fuck you.
Nah, that's not what we're talking about. All right, continue.
You have Mario-looking nose. Here, we're right back in. So, parole officer talks to my mom. The parole officer looks at my mom, looks at me, says, this is not what we were expecting based on the charges. We were expecting much worse. They pulled up to a nice house. They pulled up to a nice living room. They could see that the home was structured, They never paid me a visit after that again. Because they looked at me and they saw what was on the paperwork, and I actually got to look at me. I'm a big boy, and I'm just sitting there like, what's up, and mind you, like, I'm not, really drinking or anything at this time, so I'm staying clean because, keep my nose clean, man. I'm not trying to get in trouble and go back. So they visited us that one time, and then they never came back again. And then for the duration of that time, I hit 2.5 years, and then I was done. I was no longer a felon, or I was no longer on parole. I'll put it like that.
Okay, all I gotta ask, and please don't take offense to this, but I have to ask. So, in retrospect, you get into a brawl. You pull out a knife. Yeah. An altercation happens. Said gentleman gets stuck, but not stuck, right? It was just a gouge. Okay, fine. All right. You do that, you get 5 years felony probation. You get off halftime, and your PO only sees you once.
Yes. And also, I said parole on that last one. I actually mean probation. I'll start with a P, so I was like, I'm also really still high. So I'll correct that now before the comments do.
Yeah, probation. Okay, so before we continue, and I have to say this, and I mean this with the utmost disrespect. You got off of felony fucking probation in halftime for that? Dude, I know somebody personally who did something significantly less, had to run the whole term, pissed every fucking 2 weeks, and had to go to the county jail, check into the county jail 3 times a month, and was on house arrest. But we won't talk about that. Hold on. Let me break. We might need a smoke break soon. All right. Thank you.
What are we looking at right now? You know what? I say we're gonna call a smoke break real quick, and then when we jump back in from the smoke break, we're gonna talk about Bürr's 5150, alcoholism, and opiate abuse, and how I used to like to run the slopes. This is my drug adventure arc, and it's gonna get rough.
Ladies and germs, you guys heard it here. It is that time. It is OSHA time. It is smoke break time.
I gotta find that joint.
Did you find it? Look at. Oh.